have good helpers. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. You know. Oh, there we are.
Catching the color.
When was the last time I had a cigarette today? Hey, sweetie. When's the last time I had a cigarette? Ready, Doug? Sir.
My name is Norman. They have me locked away in this asylum. My name is Norman. They think I'm crazy, but no, I'm not. My name is Norman. I can't stand this place anymore. I've got to get out of space. You don't have no right to keep me here. Let me out or I shall break your head.
Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to the chat. Let's see who all's in here tonight. Let's start it that way. Journey of Jerry, 9 Pillion Style, Serenity Kitty, Neil, Band-Aid Biker, Tom, welcome back. I haven't seen you, my salty brother. Yes, 3 salty brothers now. Tom, you need to get on tonight, too. You'll be an all-Navy show. It'd be awesome. Mr. G, and Yamaroller, who is John Weiss. All right, so welcome in, everybody. Tonight we're going to do a little bit of something different. Yeah, I pulled all y'all in with the alien talk because everybody loves aliens. But we're going to do a little Q&A tonight, I guess. No, it's not going to be a family-friendly show just because G-Ma's not here. I'm sure we're going to mess something up. Because, obviously, Biker Girl will be on later, so that'll surely screw everything up. Dragon Paradox, welcome in. Another Mississippi brother. Yeah, she's going to... Or is he Alabama? But, yeah, she'll be in a little later. She's running 30 minutes behind. So, G-Ma is on the road. Parts unknown. On her way to see me. Angel Red Rider just texted me and said, power is out in her part of Canada. Sweet. All right, well, guess we're not getting a Red Rider tonight either. So it's just going to be me and Doug for now. But Biker Girl will be in later. So I guess we're just going to do a Q&A tonight. Hit us up. Ask your questions. While everybody's getting their questions in. This is, I keep talking about these, so this is a Buzzard Street Sweet Red Wine and Dr. Pepper. If you've never had one, don't laugh at it because it's freaking good. Little reddish fizz there. If you haven't tried it, don't pause it. Well, if you get it down South America, it's Coca-Cola. But I don't know, man. Coke's okay, I guess. I'm a Dr. Pepper fool, man. I was raised in Texas, and I was taught Dr. Pepper, so I Dr. Pepper a lot of stuff. So, having said that, aloha, Journey of Jerry, Flash Gordon, welcome in, guys. So, all right. So next week, starting on Wednesday, I'm off Wednesday. Gma is going to be here probably Tuesday at my house, and we're going to be touring the Memphis area. If you guys have never been here, what we're going to do, so there's 3 Harley dealers within about an hour from here. We're going to hit 2 of them. One of them is in Memphis, that'd be Bumpus. And then there's another Bumpus about an hour and a half out in Jackson. We're not going to go to that one. We're going to go to South Haven, to the Harley dealer, where if you've watched any of my videos, Southern Thunder Harley Davidson, I'm there a lot. Then we're either going to go to the Pink Palace, not the Pink Pony, don't get those two confused. Pink Pony has an excellent salad bar. That's a joke. And the Pink Palace is actually the museum started by
You have my attention.
Yeah. The pink pony here is the strip bar, and it's a joke every year. So like last year they had now hiring class of 2024. This year they said now hiring class of 2025. When we first moved here, they had a sign out front that said free salad bar with entry. And all you see from the outside is this place that looks a little shady, and it's got a giant pink pony up. It used to be like a bridal store or something. Like bridals as in like a horse. And but they kept the horse, painted it pink, and now it's a strip bar. And they have a salad bar. Band-Aid Biker, I am a big YouTuber now. I will show you guys something. If you didn't see my short earlier, I'm a trusted YouTube cohort now. They sent me this little cool thing. Let me show you. It's kind of neat. Right here. If you didn't see the short, I'm a trusted YouTube partner now. They sent me this cool thing.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
A clapper.
I got the
clapper.
clap. Yeah, it came with a cool little YouTube. I got the clap. Came with a cool YouTube pin here. See if we get close enough to see it. Little marker, and it's got a little 3, 2, 1 penguins action thing there. Yeah. So tonight, Randy Rider live, 10/17/25. Yeah, I made that. So I'm gonna have some fun with this. I trust a YouTube partner. It's kind of crazy. I don't know how many of these they gave out. I won't let it go to my head. I'm sure they gave away 1,000 at least. But I got one, so fuck yeah me. I mean, heck yeah. So anyway.
We're past 2 minutes.
So yeah, if you guys are watching commercials, yeah, it's because I'm a trusted YouTube partner now. That's how you make your money. If you guys don't know, that's how you make your money on YouTube. A lot of people who get sponsorships and funding and get Ray-Ban and all these crazy glasses and tire error things, those guys get paid. I don't get paid. I get paid by YouTube. So this is how I get paid. They throw commercials up. Hopefully the commercials aren't too long. I apologize if they are. Just wade through the commercials. I promise content's going to be great. Where were we? Jerry wants his salad tossed. There's a lot of jails, a lot of county jails around here if you want your salad tossed. I don't recommend none of them.
Tossing a salad, the pink pony. Tossing a salad, the pink pony sounds a little risky.
I'm pretty sure it reminds me of, okay, time for a sea story. So when I was in Orlando, I was on gate guard. I was security. And there's this place in Orlando called the Orange Blossom Trail. You are not supposed to go there. They tell you on Liberty, this is your first Liberty brief, do not go to Orange Blossom Trail. What does every good squid do? Take that restricted list and use it as a checkoff sheet. Go to every one. So you're also supposed to be back on base by midnight. If you don't get back on base by midnight, they take your Liberty card. To leave the base, you have to have a Liberty card. So 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm standing gate guard, and this dude comes trotting down, heading toward the gate in his whites. He's all ripped up, muddy, tore up. And I'm like, okay, this is going to be good. he gets up to the gate, and I said, "Shipmate, you're late. Surrender your Liberty card." So he gives me his Liberty card and his ID, and he says, I said, "You get a little messed up tonight?" And he says, "Yeah, I was down on Orange Blossom Trail, and this van pulled up, and it was full of chicks, and they wanted to go somewhere and have sex with me, so I got in the van, and once I got in the van, there were 3 guys, and they beat me up, and they fucked me in the ass." And I looked at my partner, and he looked at me. I turned back to him and said, "Don't laugh." He looks back at me. He says, "What are we going to do?" And I said, "We're going to call the chief of the guard." Call the chief of the guard. Said, "I got a Liberty risk guy here, but I'll also need medical because the guy's been raped." Chief of the guard says, "Did you laugh?" I ain't got that far yet. I don't know what to think yet. So we get there, and of course we have to do a Liberty risk. And there's this thing in the Navy. It's in the plan of the day and the plan of the week. It's called Summary of Mishaps. And any accidents that happen, it gets put into the Summary of Mishaps. So you can imagine this write-up where this guy is, we're explaining in the write-up, and it's our police write-up for this dude, what happened on him at Orange Blossom Trail, reinforcing why you should not go down Orange Blossom Trail as a sailor. So, of course, what does that do? A bunch of guys decide they're going to go down there and 3 thick, 5 thick, 6 thick, 8 thick, and try to go find these guys that beat this dude up. And there were so many brawls on the street, they literally just stopped Liberty for like a month. Wouldn't let anybody off the base. It was insane. But anyway, talking about tossing salad, yeah, that's... Dude got his salad tossed in an unfriendly manner. So, what were we talking about? I told you it was going to be a little wild tonight. We're off the rails tonight. Hey, welcome to Friday night. This is what happens. So, anyway, no, we're not going to be guillotining any lizards with my cool little thing. Riding with Rhodey, welcome in. And I just scared him off. Sorry. Got a new guy and scared him off already. Oh, well. Doug, how are you?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out who your favorite alien is.
My favorite alien, by far measure, is Paul. If you've never seen the movie Paul is the coolest thing. If you guys have never seen the movie Paul
is the best.
Yeah, Paul was basically a stoner alien that they caught during Area 51 in the 50s. Stayed on this base until he broke out and wants to go home. It's the coolest alien movie you'll ever see. It's basically E.T. on acid. Not that I would know because I'm a law-abiding citizen, but yeah, it's a damn good movie. If you haven't seen it, it's got Simon Pegg in it and Nick Frost, and it's a damn good movie. If you've never seen any Simon Pegg and Nick Frost movies, it's like what was the one where it was like the end of the world zombie movies, and then they had Heat. They're in a lot of the British dudes in a lot of good movies.
They went all out.
They go all out.
They
Those
really
two
do go
together
all out.
is a fit. So anyway, Starman, Enemy Mine. That I love that movie. I watched that movie like in high school. Had Louis Gossett Jr. in it and some other dude. I don't know, but yep, Louis Gossett read from the sheets. I love that movie. Riding with Rhodey. We didn't scare him off. Cool. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, Riding with Rhodey. We're here. Shaun of the Dead. Shaun of the Dead didn't have any aliens in it, but it did have those two dudes. Shaun of the Dead was also a Nick Frost and Simon Pegg movie. Was also very good. Anyway, all right, Doug. Who's your favorite alien? You can't claim Paul. No, you can't claim Paul. He's mine.
As a matter of fact, I had planned on doing a Paul trip.
Last start.
There's the whole route that they ended up taking with the RV, where they went everywhere. Area 51,
Devil's Rock,
Valley up north. Yeah, everywhere, including just every place they went. The gas station that they went to out in New Mexico that's still there. Yeah, that was going to be the trip. I still haven't done it yet, but I'm planning on it. So definitely good times.
I would say as far as interesting aliens, yeah, any alien from any of the last Star Wars movies or the Star Trek movies. Star Trek, I cannot believe they've never won any kind of awards for their makeup. They never do. And that's how you know that all these awards shows are fixed. Because they had so many different aliens, there wasn't any that were like carbon copies of each other. Especially like the one where they went to the crazy planet where the dudes all turned into bumblebees or some shit to attack the base. In that movie, the one that had the black and white chick in it, she played the mummy in the new Mummy movie with what's his name in it, Tom Cruise. She was Mummy chick, and she did a damn good job of it. And Tom Cruise ruined the movie by being Tom Cruise. Screw that guy. So, Barbarella's not an alien. She's just weird. Khan, classic alien, yeah. Classic clone alien, cool. All right, you guys got any questions for us? Throw some questions out. We're going to fake it till we make it. I mean, we're going to just kind of be here. So, do what you got to do.
There is nothing fake about Paul.
Space Ace, yes. Ace Frehley died. That's when you start seeing when I first started getting into rock and roll, it was Kiss. I had an uncle who had Kiss posters everywhere, and Star Child was, on all the walls. Of course, Gene Simmons, man, he was the demon. He was awesome, cool. But Star Child was the one that everyone loved, and that's part of not just your childhood and then your teenage years, and then they flash back again. When it's in my early 20s, Kiss came back. So Kiss has been in almost every, even in my 40s and 50s. Kiss came back with Gene Simmons came back with Family Jewels. You keep rediscovering Kiss, and every time you rediscover Kiss, you find out something else about them, and more how deep they actually were into everything. So it's pretty wild, man. To Drew, welcome in. Yeah, it's pretty crazy that Kiss is just dying off. It's insane. I don't know, man. Anyway, why you want to bring that up, Ryan, with Rhodey, man? Making us all sad here. We're talking about drunk aliens and shit, and you want to talk about dead people. What the hell, man? Jeez. God.
Yeah. No.
What did I walk into here? Yeah. All right. Sterling Will.
And aliens.
Aliens. Well, if you remember night, what was it called? Kiss at the Amusement Park. It was a 70s movie, and they were fighting alien werewolf robots. So speaking of aliens, alien werewolf robots. If you've never seen that movie, Kiss at the Amusement Park, you talk about a very out there show.
It was that was a pharmaceutically induced movie right there.
Yeah, it was. And I actually saw that one when I was younger. Now, talk about pharmacy-induced movies. So, I was raised on a farm and on the coast in Louisiana. I'd never seen a lot of these things that other people were seeing. I might see a movie once a year. So, when I joined the Navy and got stationed in Orlando, every Friday and Saturday night they had this thing called Midnight Matinee. And they would play the classic movies, and the ones they would always play at midnight would be like Pink Floyd, The Wall, Heavy Metal, Rocky Horror Picture Show, and there was another one they played I can't remember. I wasn't too into that one. But the first time I saw Pink Floyd, The Wall, we had gone out, got drunk, and decided to go see the Midnight Matinee because bars, started kicking us out because we were too loud. We went to the Midnight Matinee. Oh, cool. So I watched Pink Floyd, and I remember thinking about halfway through the movie, I must be really drunk. Dude, I'm hallucinating. Somebody must have spiked my drink. Dude, we're going to come back tomorrow. This was a Friday night. I'm like, we're going to come back tomorrow and watch this because I'm pretty sure I was stoned. Somebody spiked my drink. I had to have been, stoned when I watched this movie because this shit can't really be happening. And they're like, yeah, man, these flowers, man, we're having sex. And I'm like, no, I kind of remember something like that. No, that couldn't be it. Let's go back tomorrow. So we came back the next night, and imagine this. You could drink on the base in Orlando at 19. So we're sober sailors until midnight. And we went, that's how dedicated we were. Went to see this movie because we're going to watch this movie sober because there's no way this can really be this bad. And we watched it, and it was like, this happened, yeah. And 2 o'clock in the morning, we got out, and there was like, well, what do we want to see now? There's another movie. So then we went and watched Heavy Metal. So I had never seen any of those movies until I joined the Navy. And you talk about an education. what's the Tom T. Hall song go? The next morning I knew things. There were things I knew more about. That was my Navy experience. Have I seen Tommy? I have not seen Tommy. Have not. There's a lot of stuff I want to see. A lot of rock operas and stuff I've just never seen. One movie I didn't want to see. The movie is, I know, is absolutely stupid, but I wanted to see the actual movie Cats. I got into a lot of plays when I was in Norfolk because there was a playhouse like right close out there in Virginia Beach, and we go to watch plays, and I got really into plays because some of them were really cool. But yeah, the rock opera, I always wanted to see that. I always wanted to see because I just think that stuff is cool. I don't know. I like to be entertained. Are you not entertained? I love to be entertained. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I saw that one. Yep. I think that actually was one of the other movies they played. They always played Pink Floyd and heavy metal, and then they would like alter the other ones. They would like, kind of cycle them in and out. But yeah, Killer Clowns was really weird. And Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Yeah, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, like Birds, the movie Rats, the movie, a lot of those weird alien ones, like old sci-fi movies, like about giant frogs and cows and weird stuff like that. Well worth seeing. I think the equivalent to that, if anybody's watched the Zombievers movie, about the zombie beavers attacking campers, it's about in that same, it's on Amazon right now. It's about in that same channel. It's just crazy movies. And the crazier the better. But I like a horror movie that I can laugh at because it's just, I love the unreal stuff. I like to laugh at stuff, especially stupid horror movies. Like, was it Sharknado? Sharknado versus Robo Squid. Weird stuff like that. But I love seeing that stuff. Anyway. Doug's just drinking away. He's letting me make a fool of myself here. Cheers to you, Doug. How'd your day go,
That's
Doug?
okay. Oh, it's been a day. Throwing a seat cover on the bike. One of those Wind Rider seats, but they sent the wrong cover, so I'm going to customize it a little bit and make it fit. I'm just going to screw it on there. I did see something interesting. About 2 days ago, I was just surfing through YouTube, and an interview with Steve came up. Some guy talking about his boots and shoes and stuff. And I was like, wow, look at that, Indy Ridge, and somebody interviewed him. So I thought that was kind of neat. There
was a guy that does nationwide. I think the class is called "Be the Boss of Your Machine." And he rode out there, and Steve decided to talk to him. He just kind of took over. Steve's done a lot of interviews, and I'm lucky to have interviewed Steve quite a few times. You put a camera. Steve says he never wants to be on camera. He doesn't want to talk. As soon as you put a camera in his face, he's gone. Anybody, have you ever watched our lives? You know it. Once Steve gets, especially if he's talking about clothing, the boots, the gloves, textiles, armor. If you get that guy going on something that he knows something about, he's on it forever. So, and that's when you just sit back and
he's absolutely passionate.
And let the camera roll, because that's some good stuff. That's some good stuff.
That's the one thing that will get me to try his boots is how passionate he really is. He just gets into it, and it's like
it's all I wear.
Making a really good product.
I wear it to the store. I wear it out on dates. I wear it on the motorcycle. I wear it when I go out walking through the malls. I wear them everywhere. They're that comfortable. They're that stylish, and they're that cool. You can't put on even like motorcycle boots and stuff. There's places to wear them, but there's places you won't wear them. The Indy Ridge boots, you'll wear them anywhere. And I just got a new pair. I'll probably wear them tomorrow when I go to Philadelphia, Mississippi. So but it absolutely, dude. If you ever get a chance to try them, try them. I ran the test program for a long time, and now we're done with testing because we've got all the product out. We got all the information back we want. So we're kind of done with testing for now. But if you ever get the chance to get some, get some.
But when I see them on a shelf, I I will more than likely just turn around and say, yeah, I'm going to buy those right now.
The
I'm
only
gonna try
place
them
they're on a shelf right now is in Laidlaw's in Los Angeles.
Gotta get them out there.
There are a few places that buy them, but literally, so Laidlaw's, okay, let me correct myself. Laidlaw's is the only place who Steve says, yes, I will sell you boots to sell. Every other place has to buy them at wholesale cost or at full price and then resell them. How they make a profit on that, I have no idea, but they do because people do it. I've seen it. And as long as, Steve's like, as long as they're paying what everybody else is paying for them, go for it. Until you complain
Instant
about it.
gratification. You don't have to wait on shipping.
Yeah, and that's a lot of people. They see them, and we went to this this race at Willow Springs, and we just had boots to try on, and people are like, "Oh, I want these. He goes, "Okay, well these aren't for sale. These are just the sizing ones." And the people are like, "No, I want these." He's like, "Order them. You can have them in 2 days. These are just the try-on boots. These are just to get your size right." And people are like, "No, I want them. I want them now." And
They do that with. They do that with appliances too. You go in and you go to buy a fridge, and you're like, get ready to walk out with a fridge, and they're like, "Oh, it'll be at your house this week." What do you mean? I want it now. That's why I'm here. I'm buying it now.
Yeah, that's what I like about Lowe's is usually they'll have 4 or 5 in the back. You may have to wait for them to pull them out, but I kind of understand something that weighs about 200 pounds, 300 pounds. They're not just going to keep swapping them out on the floor because that gets kind of tedious. But as long as they have them in the back, I'm like, I'll wait 30 minutes to dig it out. I remember one time I went to get a deep freeze when we first moved in this house, and they were like, well, it'll take a couple hours to dig it out. We can bring it back tomorrow. I'm like, I ain't got nothing to do. Dig it out. I'll wait. I did the same thing for a toolbox at Harbor Freight. I'm like, that's the one I want. They're like, okay, we'll have it pulled out by like Wednesday. And I'm like, I want it now. They're like, well, we don't have a forklift driver now. When does he come back? He's like, oh, well, I don't know. I'm like, I want it now. And they're like,
He's not coming.
So they call.
It's not coming to my house to get it out of the truck.
I'm like,
let's get it in the truck.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, so let's call him back. Will he come back? Well, we can call him and see if he wants to come back. So tell him to come back. He's the forklift driver, right? He knows he's the only forklift driver. I would just expect it. If I'm the only one there, I'm assuming they're going to want me to forklift stuff. So I had to wait for them to bring the forklift in, dig everything out of this container, the shipping container, find my toolbox, drag it out, and then put it in the back of my truck. I'm like, that's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
Cocaine Bear.
Instant gratification. It won't go wrong.
Cocaine Bear is one of those.
I have not seen that.
Well, Cocaine Bear is one of those things they say based on a true story. It's based on a true story as far as they did drop some cocaine. The bear got into it. The bear died like almost instantly. And when they went out and when the stories came out, some producer or some director said, "Yes, but what if?" And it went from there. So it's depressing when you read the real story. It's like, oh, poor bear. He literally died of a heart attack almost instantly. Bears are not made for cocaine. Their adrenaline is already spiked enough as it is. So
that's the quote of the night. Bears are not made for cocaine.
Bears are not built for cocaine or Viagra. Oh, that's the next one. Viagra Bear.
Viagra Bear.
That was Ron Jeremy.
No, I think that's on a whole other. That's a whole another parental rating. Okay.
That's on the other side of the wall. That's on the other side of the shelf. That's Viagra Bear. Somebody's gonna do it. They are. They are.
Now they will.
Well, I remember a movie back in the 70s called Pan. It was a book, and somebody made it into a movie, and it was about a satyr, like the half goat dude, that was raping and killing women. And it was like it was along those lines. He was gonna run around because that's what satyrs do. They like seduce women with their goat junk. And he got on some cocaine or something and got stoned and ended up just killing this woman. And it was a movie. It was a real movie. Look it up. It's called Pan. But not Pan's Labyrinth. That's a different one. But yeah, if you can think of it, somebody's made a movie about it, and it's probably on Amazon on the cheap aisle. It's probably in Amazon Prime. You can probably watch it for absolutely free, for nothing. And it's probably in Japanese or Korean.
Viagra Bear's gonna go get in a van with his buddies and go get put on the list.
It's gonna go down to Olive Branch or Orange Blossom Trail. It's gonna go to Orlando.
Right, Orange Blossom Trail with Viagra Bear. Look out!
Some poor squid's gonna be walking up to the gate.
It's on the.
Why can't you walk? Well,
There's the story.
what happened
The
was
van stopped and was a bear in it.
there was a bear and there was some Viagra. There's a bunch of women. Thought it might be worth it. I was wrong, and here I am.
The bear was not. The bear was overly friendly. Oh wow! No.
Chasing Ghost says she nearly hit a bear today.
34.
Rule 34. Yeah,
Rule 34.
you can make porn about anything. That's absolutely true.
Oh. Jesus. Wow, we have taken a turn to the south really far.
Maybe we need Gma to straighten us up. Oh no.
Yeah, I was gonna say Gma like keeps it from going there, you know.
All right, is anybody out there?
Has she called you on her trip yet?
Yeah, I know where she's at. She just made it to somewhere, and I'm not supposed to obviously. I'll tell you.
Somewhere.
Yeah, but she made it somewhere, so she's safe for the night.
She's made it somewhere and she's safe.
She's safe for the night.
Good. Yeah. Didn't know which way she was going. Didn't know if I had to get a room together for her. So.
Well, I was looking at her path, and then when I looked at it, I was like, well, she could take 40 all the way here. And then I started looking at all the towns. Like, no, she won't do that. She started getting off on all these back towns where there's museums and stuff. I'm like, yeah, she's gonna go see the museums.
I got to tell you, you know what? Superstition Harley's got a really good museum. Really good. I'm going to have to actually get over there.
Where's it at?
So, it's East Mesa, Arizona, near Apache Junction. And, you know, the guy that started it was a racer. You know, he went out and raced bikes all the time. And so it's got all his old bikes. His son runs it now. And, yeah, it's a hell of a museum. Hell of a bike museum. And they all run, and they can go through and tell you every little thing about every bike. So it's really a good place. I gotta get back over there. I haven't been over there in a while. So I've been over at Scorpion Harley quite a few times, just because of the way they treated me on the last bike. So yeah, Superstition Harley's got a really good dealership out there on Apache Trail.
Yeah, you got to go to the ones that treat you right, and that's all the difference.
That's really it. You know, and you know, the last time that I was over at Superstition was when I can't think of his name. Everybody knows him. He owns the campground in Texas and all that, and does his
Oklahoma.
Yeah,
Adam Sandoval.
There it is, Sandoval. Yeah, when he was there, he was a little busy. He had a line, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm not waiting in that line. You know, I'm not here for that. I'm here for a bag." You know,
yeah, it's strange to believe that's how somebody's life can just turn around like on a dime. Like he talks about how like 4 years ago he was homeless, living off his motorcycle, and it just turned his entire life around, and now he's got everything going for him. And I think that's a combination of hard work, goodwill, and being nice to people and trying to do good things. And I think that comes back to you in spades when you try to do good things.
It falls back on being kind. You know, as long as you're good to people, if you need them, they're gonna be there. And you know, people don't want to. You know, I don't want to be around somebody that's a jerk or mean. So yeah, I've got some personal experience with that a couple years ago. So almost 2 years ago. So yeah, you could literally have something go on in your life and lose everything you've got. And it's just going to take a lot of work and a lot of determination, and you'll get it back. It's not really up to everyone else, but they'll be there on the way. So, I didn't turn around and ask for any help. I just did it on my own. It's hard, and it sucks, but you end up making it.
Yeah, I think as men, it's hard to
And,
ask.
and then they
for
take
help.
your pay. Yeah, and then well, I don't know. If I need help with something, I don't mind asking. Shoot, it's people think that we're all going to say no. There was a guy at work that's doing laying a concrete pad for a shed, and he was telling me about it. I said, "Well, how many people do you have?" And he goes, "Well, just me." And I said, "Yeah, that's not going to work. You need some help. Why didn't you let me know?" And he goes, "Oh, I didn't think of that." We just don't think that we've got all these people around us that we can ask. Hey, can you stop by and give me a hand? With this concrete for a few hours. And I just told him, I said, "Yeah, I'll stop by, and I don't want anything from you. I'll just give you a hand." And it seemed, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago, everybody did that. And now it just seems like we've all gotten away from saying, "Hey, can you stop by and give me a hand?"
I think it's because so many
We all do
people
it.
I mean, I guess we get used to people never being there for you. And you're right. Back in the 80s, we'd go do something on the farm. We'd go to, put a barn up, cut wood, do anything. People are coming out of the woodwork. Oh, yeah. Oh, you guys are pulling potatoes today? We'll be right there. I think society closed itself off probably 20 years ago, and COVID didn't make it any better. I think COVID actually made everything, people more isolated. But as men, I think it's hard to ask because you want to be self-sustaining, you want to be self-reliant, and in the back of your mind, well, if I ask somebody for help, if they say no, then I'll be embarrassed, or if I ask for help, then that shows that I'm weak and I can't do things by myself. But yeah, you're right. I mean, it used to be when I first was in the Navy, we'd be moving. He's like, "Hey, dude, I'm moving this weekend. It may come over, I'll buy beer and pizza." "Oh, sure, I'll be there." You just don't see that anymore.
Exactly. I think it's kind of a combination of our society. I think it's a combination of too many people that are asking for help and aren't willing to actually do it themselves. That's one. And I don't want to sit there and downplay anybody, but I've seen people really turn around. "Oh, well, I lost my job." Well, go get another job. It's making. The only one I can get is making $10 an hour. Well, that's $10 an hour more that you're making than making zero.
Yep.
Go do that until you get to the next one. And people that do that, I mean, I'm willing to step in and be like, "Oh, you're a little short. Okay, you're working towards this. It's not just asking for the freebie. They're working towards something." I think that's part of it. I think that a lot of our lives are spent on social media where it's just a keyboard, and when it comes to actually physically showing up, there's a lot of people that don't. So I think that's part of it also. Hardly you look around now and go to 10 houses on your street. Most people go to 10 houses on your street. Do you know their names? Can you walk to your neighbor's house and know what their names are, know what they do, a lot of people don't know that. Shoot, I knew that within 2 days of being in this house, where people were stopping by. It's that type of neighborhood.
I waved to all my neighbors, and I'm sure I scare some of them. Yeah,
Well, when you fire up the bike, they're gonna know.
I wave to everybody, and
So-
again, because I know I have an obnoxious motorcycle. Even before this one, the Sportster was pretty obnoxious. But I would wave to everybody because I'm the guy on the street that has, umpteen tattoos, and I already look scary enough. I want people to like me, so I wave at everybody, smile at everybody, ask everybody how they're doing, and so people was about 3 or 4 years ago. They had a big freeze here, and everybody's pipes were freezing, their attic lines were freezing, and the neighbors were calling, asking me, "Hey, do you know how to light a furnace? Can you come light my furnace?" So I was going to light this old lady on the corner. She's a retired teacher, and and this was a new building area here, the subdivision. So nobody knew how to light their own furnaces. A lot of people were buying houses for the first time, and a lot of people's pipes were freezing. And I was going over and helping people. I was wiring the lady next door. I wired her attic lights for her and her switches and stuff. And everybody just got to kind of know me as the handyman, and they haven't called on me lately because then I started doing that job where I was gone all the time. So I guess they don't call me much anymore. But every once in a while, we'll get a thing that people are asking how to do this, how you do that. You know, I worked on a lady's lawnmower one time because her lawnmower wouldn't work. I think it's a good habit to get into, just trying to be there for people. And it puts you out of your way. I'm not going to say
It's kindness.
yeah, but it's worth it. Yeah, yes, you're going to be inconvenienced. It's going to happen. It's going to happen when the game is on that you want to watch or something's on TV that you want to watch. But you're building that relationship with your neighbors who may one day need to be there for you. And, you know, it's what comes around goes around. And I think every good thing you do or bad thing you do is returned in spades. So I've always believed, always try to get that tenfold good thing coming back to me, not the bad thing. So I'm always trying to help people if I can.
It's that text you get at 2 a.m. when your neighbor says your garage is still open.
Yeah.
You know? And you're like, oh wow, I'm in New Mexico. You know, I'm not anywhere near my house. Hey, can you go over there and close it? You know, can you take care of it for me? So, or hey, you know, there's a big water leak coming from your backyard. I think it's your pool.
There's water coming down the street.
Hey, I already went back there and shut it off. These are real things, you know, that have actually happened since I moved into this house.
Yes.
It's just like he's, you know, the one time he was like, oh my gosh, you know, I went back there and hooked up his hose and everything, you know, and I said, good, thank you. He's like, you're not mad? I said, no, I'm not mad at all. Thanks, I appreciate it. You know, so we're all in this world, and you know, we do the best for each other. I probably a little more guilty of trusting too quickly, but you know, I give trust away pretty quickly, but once it's gone, then that's it. You know, it's hard to get it back.
Yeah, I'll have a 2 or 3 strikes, depending on how bad it is. There's some things I've had great repertoire with people, and all of a sudden one day they just said something that was off, and I went, I don't think we're gonna be friends anymore. Because some things is just offhanded, some things you just can't take back. So
right. Some things are beyond.
Some things it's like, okay, you
we
just
all
shoot
have our
your
own
shooter.
standards.
Everybody's gonna say something stupid every once in a while, and that's a given. But sometimes there's just something that you just, okay, now I learned who this person really is, so I think we're done now.
It's all a matter of what you're willing to accept and what you're not, and making sure those rules are known so that it's fair.
Yeah.
It's pretty simple.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you go down on Orange Blossom Trail and you get into a van with 3 guys in it,
that's a self-correcting error.
Things are going to happen.
Something you probably shouldn't do again. Oh, speaking of, so I was going to say about the Pink Palace here, not the Pink Pony. So the Pink Palace, the guy who started Piggly Wiggly, started it here in Memphis. First one was here in Memphis. And he started making a lot of money, and he started branching out, and he got pretty rich. So he put the store into, I guess, like holding, and had a board and stuff. So this guy started taking trips over to like Egypt and Africa and doing all these safari. Basically, you remember all the old cartoons where the dude was in the little pith helmet and the little safari uniform going all over Africa and stuff? That was this guy. So he got where he would buy things and bring them back. He turned his house into a museum. And he just kept expanding it and expanding it and expanding it. And he would buy things like, you know, elephant bones, and he would buy pieces of, you know, pottery from like Asia or Africa or, you know, Egypt or whatever. He would buy like skeletons. He bought dinosaur bones. He bought all kinds of stuff. He just filled this place full of stuff. It's a full museum. And he spent so much money that the board said, okay, we're going bankrupt. You can't do this anymore. So he put a guy, the CEO of the board, and said, we need to raise money. So they got the Memphis area, and I think the other one was in St. Louis, to basically start raising money to try to bolster the economy and bolster him. They started collecting all this money, and people were donating money. And the dude took all the money and went on a safari to South America and spent it all. While he was gone, the board voted him out of the company and basically gave him a cush little retirement and said, here's the money you're going to live on. And so he turned this house into a museum, and it's still there today. So if you ever come to Memphis, look up the Pink Palace. It's well worth seeing. They have an IMAX theater in there. They they have stuff there you wouldn't believe. The dude like was collecting, like 140 species of rats. He was collecting like mummified animals and stuff. He had a whole museum of like dedicated to yellow fever, and a part of the museum was dedicated to Memphis itself. And here's a little tidbit about Memphis. Memphis actually lost its city charter because yellow fever came, and the city was so full of rats and plague that they actually stopped the Mississippi on both sides and found tributaries to go around Memphis to keep people out of Memphis. They actually took away its city charter. So it took, I think, 20 years for Memphis to get its city charter back to become a city again. It basically was, it's almost like they put a wall around the entire city and wouldn't let anybody in or out for like 20 years. It's cool to look up all this weird history. And it's weird the things you can find out about cities that you would never even think about, like buried history. I love watching these buried history shows because it's stuff you would never even think about. Anyway, we're off track again. That's me.
Well, Flash Gordon's in the chat talking about motorcycle museum dealers at the dealership in Lynchburg. That might be a whiskey trip.
That could be a whiskey trip. I've always wanted to do the whiskey trail. I think there's 10 main ones on the whiskey trail. And if you go through them all and get all of the cards punched for the entire whiskey trail, I think you get something from the whiskey manufacturers of Tennessee or something. But
Oh, wow.
I've always wanted to do it because there's a bunch of them. And I didn't realize how many whiskey places there are. There's like 2 in Jackson. Of course, there's Jack Daniels isn't part of the whiskey trail anymore, but Jim Beam is. The place that makes Maker's Mark is. It's in Jackson, and then of course there's all the way up to towards Cincinnati. Anyway, yes, there's lots of stuff. There is a Harley Davidson in Lynchburg still, but it has no motorcycles in it. It's just memorabilia, and obviously T-shirts because it's a Harley dealership. It's got to have T-shirts and lots of jackets. But it's a really small place. I think they have two or three motorcycles in there for show. But they don't sell motorcycles there anymore. But you can go up to Nashville and go to Moonshine Harley Davidson, and they have a ton of stuff up there. So they have Moonshine Harley Davidson on one side, and then Nashville Harley's on the other side. They basically face each other across the parking lot. And Moonshine is where they make all the powerful motorcycles and all the custom stuff, and then the other side is where they just sell Harleys. So obviously, well worth going to also.
Yeah, I met the couple that owns it last time I was in Gallatin, Tennessee. What was that, a few months? What, May, I think, is when we were there. May or June, I believe. Hey, when were we in Gallatin?
A lot of cool T-shirts.
Yeah, that we actually didn't meet them there at the dealership. We met them at a Love's truck stop. June, she said.
Best place to meet people is in
yeah,
the Love's truck stop.
They were out riding with us. Said, where are we going? They saw the bike all packed up and everything, and we were talking, and they ended up giving us I don't know, they gave us a whole package of stuff. Gave us a bunch of swag. Super cool couple.
Speaking of swag,
Really neat people.
so Law Tigers. I'm very good friends with the Law Tigers lady, so she gave me a fold-out backpack, cozy, bunch of kickstand plates, bunch of keychains. What else did she give me? Oh, a bunch of little coins. And then I have some Harley coins from the dealer here. Ah! Let me just throw some crap around. Anyway, so I'm going to be making up some kits to give away. Oh yeah, and these cool things, little armbands. But Gma, when she gets here, we're going to make up some giveaway packs, and we're going to go live and give away a bunch of stuff on here. And she's bringing a bunch of coins from the Harley dealer she's hitting on her way here. So we'll have a big giveaway here when Gma gets here. She'll get here I think Tuesday, and then we're not leaving for Barber until Thursday morning. So we'll be here Wednesday and Thursday, and one of those nights we're going to do a live from the studio. Tuesday I have my live interview with Moto Dasha, the Ukrainian girl. So that'll be Tuesday night. So Wednesday we'll probably go live and give away some stuff. Maybe we'll give away some stuff on the Motor Dasha live stream. That'll be up to Tajima. Either way, and then I got a crap load of stickers of everything. I've got so many weird, all these weird Japanese stickers. Like one of them is like a bunch of Japanese armed forces women. The other one is a bunch of Fallout women, Fallout stickers. I got a bunch of Family Guy stickers, like the full sticker packs. So I got a bunch of crap to give away. Jason Ghost, yes, I want to laugh. What you got?
What has she got?
I don't know. She's gonna tell us a joke.
I don't know.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting with bated breath.
Poker chips. There's nothing like going to get a poker chip yourself. You know, it's those places that I've been to, and it's like, oh, I forgot it. Yeah, you got one. You know. Yeah, I do the poker chip thing. I'll stop and pick those up and throw them on the board. So
I've been given poker chips
One
on
second,
my
I'll look
trips. So, okay, Ghost, what do you got for us? I think she has a story for us. Let horse fall in the mud. Well, we're on a small intermission here, guys. You notice that's not as exciting on the channel when there's no women?
this is good. Something got dropped off at the front door for me.
Really? What flavor? Is it lemon?
Had to get it.
What
Had
flavor
to
is
get
it?
it. Nobody has it here. This one is it just says sparkling soda water on it. Let's see.
Okay,
Grapefruit citrus original.
Okay, so it'll be grapefruit, yeah. Dude, yeah, there's nothing wrong with the original.
So, yeah, we talked. What was it, a week ago? We were talking about that. I said I gotta try that. Gotta try it.
We could go
And
today.
a few extra bucks, so.
Yeah, it's I
But
used
they
to
don't-
drink
actually,
it.
I couldn't find it in the store.
I used to drink it all the time. It was my favorite. Put a little vodka in it. It was freaking great.
That's why I got it. Throw a little gin into it.
Gin. I actually got broken on gin. There was a guy that I used to be on the ship with, Michael Holmes, and he was a gin and juice guy. And I went to his house one night, and I got so drunk on gin, I still really can't smell gin sometimes. It's like, whoa. I instantly, but before I got drunk on it, I could never smell the pine needles in it. Once I got drunk on the gin, now every time I smell gin, I smell pine needles. It's like, and it reminds me of drinking pine salt. I just can't drink it anymore.
The first thing I ever got drunk on was peppermint schnapps, and I still can't drink it now. The worst part about that was the peppermint schnapps is, okay, yeah, you know, you'll never have peppermint schnapps again, but every time you go to chew gum, you know, anything that has any kind of mint in it, you're just for about a year, you know.
Well, I was that way with tequila for a while. So when I was a kid, I say kid, I was probably 14, we found a pint of tequila. And it was, we hid it out in the barn. And we go out every once in a while, and this is Texas, 120 degrees. And we'd go out every once in a while when nobody was there, and we'd like take little swigs out of it. Well, it was out in the barn, 120 degrees, hot tequila. But it was tequila. You know, and it's like drinking, like when you start drinking Mad Dog, and it's like, I know it tastes like crap, and I'm about to throw up, and I instantly get a headache just smelling it, but it's Mad Dog, and it's cool, and I'm going to drink it because everybody drinks Mad Dog, or Strawberry Hill, you know, or Boone's Farm, you know, whatever. Boone's Farm had one, what was it called? Turning Leaf was one of the Boone's Farm varieties. It was like an apple-ish or a pear or something like that. It was basically the grape tasting one version of Strawberry Hill. But yeah, it was pretty bad. And my first bad actual drunk was off of Strawberry Hill. And I was drinking the stuff like Kool-Aid. And I had such a bad hangover. I literally drank 3 bottles by myself. I think I was like 17. And I had such a bad headache. Rowdy, welcome in, buddy.
Want some strawberry cheesecake? No.
Oh, I still love strawberries. The strawberry Kool-Aid taste. What was the strawberry drink that was it Big Red? Was the strawberry drink at the time?
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't drink Big Red for a while, but yeah, it wasn't as bad as tequila though, or gin. So.
Oh, fun times.
Yeah, I just got a text from
Fun lessons learned.
Biker Girl, just a Biker Girl, texted me and said she'd be on. She's loading up her dinner plate now and logging in, so she'll be on shortly.
Oh, fun times. Well, I may not be taking this trip to Florida. There's a financial issue going on that we're going to kind of hold off on our spending for a little bit.
Understandable.
So I'm not going to get into details why. I'm just going to say that everybody should vote correctly next time. That's it. So, but yeah, my trip to Florida as of this moment is postponed unless they vote correctly. So we'll see what happens.
Well, I see it being corrected, but it may not be in the next 3 or 4 days. So we'll see.
We'll find out. I don't want to get all political with it. I'm not either way on that, but it's stupid what they're doing. So
Yeah.
we'll leave it at that.
Everybody's got their games. What's the
But anyway, so
sexy
yeah, the trip to
librarian?
Florida is going to be postponed. Oh my gosh, there she is. The smile.
She ain't smiling right now. She looks intense. Oh,
Her sound is not up yet.
she's giving us the Helga look.
Yeah, she's like, something's not working right.
The Hoff days of making.
I wasn't
this
connected. Hi, guys.
Hey, we weren't talking about you. No, come on.
Oh, no, not at all.
You were giving
Happy
dirty looks.
Friday.
Yeah, you were giving dirty looks to the camera.
Don't worry, I did that for a few minutes. It's okay. You're not alone.
It is never okay. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Hey, how's it going? What are we talking about?
Oh boy, were we? So we started with something. And we
That's
switched to. We haven't stuck on a product. We're talking about things we got drunk on as kids at the moment. So yeah, Tom. Yeah, I do like Big Red now. I wish I could find Big Red again. I think the only place I've seen it in probably the last 10 years was in Cracker Barrel. And now that Cracker Barrel is not a Cracker Barrel anymore, I doubt they have it. I'm assuming hopefully they will back off of trying to get rid of all the old fashioned stuff, because that's one of the I love going to Cracker Barrel. Get the old candy, get the old marshmallow chews and the mellow cups, stuff you can't get anywhere else. Cracker Barrel always had it.
Yeah.
It was cool. The peppermint sticks and all the flavored candy sticks and stuff.
It's so old-fashioned. I love it.
Yeah.
They had good blankets. I love good blankets.
Everything. I mean, clothes, really cute
Moon
kids'
pies.
clothes. Mm-hmm.
Moon pies.
Yeah. Yeah, there's something wrong with changing that up. And
Mm.
shouldn't
I hope they
be.
keep all the games.
Yeah. I mean, yes.
Yeah, they. If you notice, they cover. And I was they took all the puzzles off the table because as the people were offended because they couldn't solve the puzzles. So like last few times we went, there were no puzzles, and I thought, well, because first time I thought, okay, well maybe they moved them out or something, or they don't want people stealing them. And then you find out it's because people are offended because on the back it said, what 4 pieces left, you're ignoramus, 3 left, you're just stupid, 2 left, you're not right in the head, and then 1, you're a winner. But Why do
What,
people
they
get...
don't get participation trophies on the receipts? Good job. Maybe next time. Keep trying.
Dragon Paradox. No, Big Red Soda. Big Red Soda hasn't been around for a while. Apparently, I mean, I'm assuming they're making it in small batches because you do find it every once in a while in like dollar stores and Cracker Barrel. So they used to have more difficult puzzles at Cracker Barrel. They had like the wire puzzles and the rod and the ball bearing puzzles and stuff. I guess people were stealing those. You can still buy them though; they're still on the counter. But, yeah, we were originally talking about aliens and your favorite aliens and your favorite alien movies.
Who is your favorite alien?
No.
Yeah. What was your favorite pro memory?
I don't like aliens. I mean, I hope that we're not alone. I don't think we're alone, but I never liked the alien movies. That was made on Truly and I don't know, kind of gross. So if I had to pick one, if I had to pick like Casper the Ghost, is that an alien?
No, he's not an alien. So I was reading a book here a while back called The 5 Women You Meet in Space Prison. And it's about this guy who gets abducted by aliens. And in the book, all the probing is done by college aliens on a dare. It's their initiation. And the book is so funny. I hope they make it into a movie. But of course, the aliens are giving this speech. He's there with his girlfriend, and they're talking. The aliens land, and they're like, "Oh my God, it's intelligent life. It's like, we're here to share joy. We're going to share our joy with you. Don't back up. Here, stand still. We're going to share our joy with you, but we must all be naked." Of course, the girlfriend's like, "Oh yeah, cool." And I says, "We're going to share with you the rod of joy." And the guy's like, "Why does it look like an egg beater?" He goes, "What are you doing with that near my butt?" And I was like, "Dude, do it. Yeah, tell him it's for tell him it's for enlightenment." And the other guy goes, "It's for enlightenment." Anyway, he ends up beating up the aliens, and he gets put in space prison because they're the son of some rich alien who owns multiple planets. So he gets arrested and thrown into space prison. But I just thought it was so funny that the whole probing thing is just college pranks played by aliens. So anyway,
That's a nice spin. I like it.
it's a funny book. It's called The 5 Girls You Meet in Alien Prisons. Or The 5 Girls You Meet in Space Prison. Anyhow,
Killer clowns. Yeah. No.
Rowdy brings up the Killer Clowns from Outer Space again. Yeah, that was such a corny movie with a corny, and I love it. I've probably seen it about 5 or 6 times, and it's funny every time. To kill him, you got to shoot him in the nose. A what? Yeah. You've never seen Killer Clowns from Outer Space, Micro Girl? Oh.
No. Sorry.
Yeah, so aliens land, and wherever they land, there's a circus big top, and they abduct people. When they come into the circus big top, they abduct them, and they're making people paste to eat them. They're making them. It's along the lines of this movie that just came out that has, who is it? I think it's Linda Gray, the one from Terminator. She's in it.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's about, they're basically collecting meat to bring back to their planet. That's how Killer Clowns from Outer Space is. They're collecting people to bring back to
Cool
eat.
premise. I suppose the blue chick from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Your favorite, the blue one?
Yeah.
I do
I've
like
seen
the
it.
I like the blue one better than the green one.
I like the blue one better than green. Doesn't her sister have like puzzle pieces all over her? Or is she the green one?
That's the blue one. That's the one who had her eye ripped out.
Yeah.
And they replaced her head, part of her cranium, her arms. Yeah.
Nebula from Nebulon.
Nebula.
From Nebula, right? It was just a good all-around movie. I could get behind it. Good tunes.
I still I still don't think anything topped Paul. Paul covered it all. Even had Sigourney Weaver in it, you know?
Paul was my favorite, yeah.
Yeah.
Cotton Candy Cocoon. Oh, Cocoon was another weird one.
Yeah.
I know Cocoon, the aliens were supposed to be nice, but they creeped me out. They looked like old people. I didn't dig it. Not at all. If you watch that movie as an adult, it has a different meaning to it. Because when they're swimming, they're swimming in the water, and they keep getting younger, and then they find out the reason they're getting younger is because they're sucking the life out of the alien that's in the cocoon.
Oh.
They're actually killing him. Yeah.
That's kind of sad.
As a young kid, it's sad, but
I
as an
should
old
not be
person,
laughing at this.
well, as an old person, you're like, well, they shouldn't have fucking came here if they didn't want to die.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Perspective. Anyway, well, Biker Girl, how was your day?
It was long. I'm so happy to be off from work, just like everybody else.
How cold was it there today?
It wasn't cold. It was beautiful. It was like 60, high of 60, but it was sunny, so it feels really nice. And starting to get cool at nighttime and in the mornings. Gonna order up my cord of wood for the winter time, and that's it.
It was 65 going to work this morning. No, it was 62 going to work this morning, 85 coming home.
Nice.
So I'm wearing my leather.
85's a little warm.
Yeah, I'm wearing my leather jacket on the way to work, and I'm wearing it on the way home, and then going, God, this is too hot. So open up all the vents. So I have a leather jacket that's about 25 years old. It's older than most of the people that I work with, and it's heavy. It's an old American Dream leather jacket, and they got bought out by First Manufacturing. So the jacket, the liner says First Manufacturing, and then the inside of the liner says American Dream. So it's probably worth something to somebody. Maybe I should try to sell it to First Manufacturing. It's like maybe they can put it in their museum, because I bet you there's none of them around anymore.
Right?
They probably didn't make many of them, but nope, I like it. It's actually saved me
Once
from
they're
a wreck.
broken in.
It saved me from a wreck. It's got cuts all over it because I crashed in it. That's the one I had in my crash where I broke my ribs and separated my shoulder. So I got a lot of good luck in that jacket.
Yeah, I'm still wearing mine. It's broken in, it's comfy, so it's all scuffed, on the sides, and it tore the side zippers out. And the front zipper just doesn't even work anymore, but the inside one, the little rain flap zipper works, so I'm using that.
You can get it repaired.
Yeah, it's 20 some odd years old. I know, I'm waiting for winter season to hit before I bring it in.
I wore this jacket through my first 4 or 5 winters in Arkansas. So it's a good winter jacket if you got something under it. However, I have had to let the leather laces out a little bit. Just a little bit. A little bit. Just a couple inches. Anyway. Not that guy anymore.
On my chaps, I actually lost a little bit of weight, so I got to work and I stood off of the bike and my chaps fell down around my hips, but I hadn't undone the legs yet, so I was like trying to pull my chaps up. looked like I was trying to waddle to the toilet. I don't know. Everybody was giggling at me, and I was just trying to get them on.
So when you wear a dress, do you just put the chaps on under the dress?
I just don't wear a dress.
That works.
Yeah. Yeah.
Voice
In fact, it's Casual Friday, so I got my jeans on.
Casual Friday. Every day is Casual Friday for me because I'm just casual. Oh, I got to work today, and I posted this, but I get to work and I go to walk out in the plant, and I look down and I have this shirt on. And I'm like, what the hell? It's like, well, I guess I'm wearing a smock today. So I got... The good thing about being the manager is I have all the smocks and all the uniform t-shirts. So I'm like, I'll just pick something out of the locker. Who's going to tell me no? I mean, come on.
Nobody.
I try to be fair. Just
Well, they always say the
chaps.
same thing. The nice thing about being the boss is they always say the same thing when you're late. Good morning.
To say my boss is always late.
Well, I actually had to come back home. So I'm on medication. I got halfway to work today and realized I didn't have any medicine. I was like, well, screw it. I'll be fine without it. Got to work and started hurting, and then I needed it. So kind of limping around. And one of the guys like, oh man, go get your meds. I was like, no, I'm already here. Like, who's gonna say no? Who's gonna tell you that you can't? I'm like, good point. Well, what I really had to do, I had to think. Okay, if it was one of my guys and they said, hey, I forgot my pain meds, what would I tell them?
Go get it.
I'd say, go get them.
Exactly.
So I'm like, all right, I feel validated now. I can go get my meds and not feel bad about it. But I went home and I got back like right before the morning meeting. So normally I get there at 5:45, and I'm walking in at like 8:15, and everybody's looking. Nobody's saying a word. But
Nope.
it's almost like so when I was LPO in the Navy, like I went out one time without my cover on, went all the way, got out of my car, walked into the DFAC, ate, came back out, and that's when I realized I didn't have my helmet or I had my hat on. I was like, why does somebody tell me I didn't have my cover? They're like, well, we thought you knew. We thought it was a test. I'm like, why didn't you tell me? They're like, well, we thought you'd yell at us. And I'm like, no, I am not that squared away. If I'm missing something, you better tell me. I promise you, I will never test you. I'm not that guy.
Oh my God.
It's the new standard. It's okay.
Yeah, you just gotta like your dry hate Doug. You was saying though, you just gotta do what's right. And if you can validate, this is why I think it's right, and I think it's fair. Fair most of all. If it's fair, we can do this.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
like I've had guys at work, they all put in like for one day. I got two guys put in for the same day. It's like, well, we gotta have one of them can't go. Why not? Or we're gonna be short. Okay, we're just gonna be short. Unless we just don't have people to work. I don't care if we get down to one person on each side. They've earned this vacation. If they want to go on vacation, we don't need to stop them. And if the company don't like it, take away vacation. Don't let nobody go on vacation anymore, right?
I like that.
Because I sure want to take my vacation when it comes up, and I might want to take one of these guys. Me and Mike West have been friends now for going on 15 years. We might decide to go on vacation one day together. So, would I want them to tell me no? No.
No,
So do what you
never.
gotta do. Some of you guys have any questions in the comments? Hit me up. Throw some questions. Throw some questions at Biker Girl. She looks shady. She looks like she knows stuff.
I look shady. Oh, yeah.
She knows things.
Speaking of shady, there are so many cops. So we're like right across the border from Memphis, and all of the feds are setting up on my side of the border to run into Memphis, and they're setting up on this side to catch people coming out of Memphis. And it's so freaking hilarious. I went to go to work yesterday morning, and I'm going through my neighborhood, and where all the turnoffs are into the neighborhood. I keep seeing all these big black SUVs with little blue lights in the windows. And the first one I saw, I'm not like little marker lights. And the first one I saw, I was like, oh, it must be like an Uber, with the lights turned off. And then I saw another one, and then I saw another one, and then I saw another one. And I'm like, those are feds.
Well, they're kind of like Uber.
Yeah, they're Uber, all right? Uber straight to Mexico. But I was like, yeah, okay, that's the blue lights is where they can differentiate with each other in the dark. That's what that's for.
They're like Uber. It's just a different, application process.
You don't have to pay in money.
It's just more expensive in the long run.
Yeah, in the long run, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see all these protesters that were on the flotilla are angry because they had to pay their own way back to their own country? Israel bust them out and flew them out to other countries like Turkey and Yemen, and I can't remember the other place they sent them. But once they got there, they're like, okay, you're on your own. So they were expecting flights back to their home countries. These other places are like, no, you got to pay for that. And they're angry about it because now they're stuck in these other countries. And by the way, they're not only are they stuck in these other countries, they're illegal. They're illegal in these other countries. So now they're getting told you've got 7 days to get out or you're going to be arrested. Damn the bad luck. Tallulah, Louisiana. What are you doing in
It's weird
Tallulah?
how they hold you.
Accountable? Pfft, come on.
Accountability? What's that?
That's the other A word.
Yeah.
The other A word you don't want to get stuck in.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about tossing
What's
your
the other A
salad.
word what's the other A word you don't want to get stuck in?
Oh, we were talking about getting your salad tossed earlier. I talked about a guy that came back.
Okay.
Oh,
All
gosh.
right. That's what I was afraid of.
See, she knows what it is.
Exactly.
There's a salad bar at the Pink Pony.
There is a strip bar with a free salad bar here, yes.
And then Jerry happened.
I'll tell this story again for those of you who didn't hear it. So there's a strip bar called the Pink Pony. It used to be like a Western tack store, and when they sold a strip joint bought it, and there was this huge horse out front. So they painted the horse pink, and now it's called the Pink Pony. And there's a strip bar inside,
Aww.
and they have a free salad bar. And every year at graduation, they put up on the sign on the marquee, now hiring class of 2025, now hiring class of 2024. Ongoing joke. They always put funny stuff out there though.
They gotta do
adorable.
good with the salad bar though.
When the feds came, it said military enters free. Well,
That's something else.
Shoot, they've got the one here in Phoenix, the highlighter. They've got this steak and lobster dinner, and I think it's on Wednesday nights. And it's actually the best meal that you can buy in Phoenix. And so you'll see these couples going in, and they're like, "Yeah, we're not here for the show. We're here for the food." And it's great. It's a great price, and it's great food.
I would be shy of buying seafood in a strip joint. Just yeah. Everything smells like fish.
I know the guy that owns it. It's an awesome meal. They
Tastes like
actually
chicken
put a
breast.
lot into it.
That's what you think.
One of the best. I mean, or you can go to Seasons 52 and spend $150 on the same meal, or you can get it for $20 there.
So I went to, when I was in Las Vegas, I went to the Silver Nugget, and they had 99-cent prime rib. And I thought, there's no way. It's probably a little piece of something. And I was just running around because I was stuck for like a week. I was working on the UNLV signs, and then I got stuck another like 3 or 4 days. I've already told that story before. But anyway, I went to the Silver Nugget, and I was like, okay, I'll try this, 99-cent prime rib. And it was huge. But to get the 99-cent prime rib, you had to buy $20 of tokens. So I still got this giant prime rib dinner, huge baked potato, salad bar for $21.
Nice.
And that was back in 2000, but still, it was a $21 prime rib dinner with all you could eat.
Yeah,
And the company paid for it, so.
that's awesome.
And I just took my $20 of tokens over and played them in the quarter machine until it was all. Oh, so they had an Elvis slot machine, and every time you pulled it, it would do an Elvis say. It's like, "Oh, baby, you're gonna make my mouth water," oh, or it would say something like that, So that was worth. It was like $1 a pull, but that was worth the $20. Just I was laughing my ass off, and I had a full belly, so didn't win a damn thing because, like they say, those lights in Vegas don't pay for themselves.
No, they don't.
Yep.
No.
But damn, is it fun?
It was fun. It was a lot of
It's
fun.
hot. Oh my God, it's hot. When were you there?
I was there in September, so it was like 55 degrees in the morning when I first got up. And by the time the sun came up, so these signs I was putting up, they're tri-action signs. They're on aluminum louvers. And as soon as the sun came up, you were sunburned. Like instantly, you were burnt. So if you've ever been out to UNLV in the very back parking lot,
Yep.
we have these signs that are split in 100 little sections. And there's like 4 of them, and I put them up. And each time one of the sections turns, each section is like triangle shaped and 16 feet tall. So each time one turns, it changes the face. So each side has a different piece of a new advertisement. So every time it turns, the advertisement changes.
Mm-hmm.
And I have put those up everywhere, all over America. Up until 9/11. And then I got laid off. And the company went bankrupt right after that. So,
Aw.
which is another funny story I have to tell because we'll tell it some other time. Biker girl, you can talk. I've been running my mouth all night. I'm on painkillers. I could talk all night and not even hurt. So I'll hurt tomorrow though.
Why? What's going on?
Stuff. We'll talk about it later.
Addiction.
Duh.
It's an addiction.
Oh, again. Okay.
I'm
We
addicted to
have an
salad.
intervention. Are we gonna have an intervention?
If you want. I'm apparently addicted to Jelly Bellies tonight.
He was short earlier today. He was talking to his Sportster and then asking it questions like it was going to respond back. But it
You didn't see that short?
I was sitting back waiting for the response.
It did answer. You didn't hear it?
What? What did it say?
You gotta go watch the short.
Oh my God. Okay.
Oh, you didn't get to see my new toy. You gotta watch the short to see my toy.
Oh, he got the clap.
I was gonna say I didn't know we put our new toys on shorts. Okay.
Okay, I'll show you.
Cute. And an official box and everything. I like it. No way. Oh my God, Rainey, that's adorable.
Yep. I'm an official YouTube partner.
Seriously, want to see that in every single video you put out.
You know what's funny? So does YouTube. So I have to put it in like a few videos. And I made the short, and the short was funny. That's why I made it funny. And they instantly shared it to the community because I just got it. So as soon as I opened it, I'm like, I'm making a video. So I made a video. And then they have shared it on their YouTube partners page. So when you log into YouTube and watch all the shorts, it pops up immediately. So
Awesome.
cool stuff. Yeah, it's cool. And they sent me
love
a
it.
T-shirt. It was kind of funny. They're like, oh, you're a trusted partner, blah, blah, blah. Put in for this stuff, you know, a chance to win this T-shirt and a chance to win this clapperboard. And it's like, I put it in, and I'm like, put it in. They're like, you're approved. And I was like, approved to win, or I'm approved to, like, it's in the mail. And I'm like, what? Like, it's in the mail. We're shipping it. I'm like, this has got to be a scam. And it showed
You
up.
only have to pay like $4.99 in shipping.
Oh no! It was actually I actually did get it. So I got this email. I thought this whole thing was a scam. I was like, there's no way. So I got this thing that said I'm one of the top 20% of YouTubers. I'm like, there's no way. But then I started looking through people's profiles and comments and stuff, and it's like, we're so used to seeing these people like Mr. Beast and all these guys have 1 million subscribers and stuff. And when you start looking, people don't really have a whole lot of subscribers. There's a lot of people that have like 10 subscribers, 5 subscribers, 12 subscribers. And so I'm actually a YouTube moneymaker. With the few subscribers I have, I'm actually making money. And that's apparently not the norm. So yay me. And I got a T-shirt. So
That's pretty cool.
it is cool.
That's legit right there.
Yep. So hopefully YouTube will start pushing my videos harder. They obviously didn't push this live, so I didn't have your cheery face when we started, so that's why nobody's watching.
We can hear
Whatever.
you.
Yeah, I was yelling at the Street Glide. I was like, "Come on, Street Glide, do something cool. Show me sexy. Do it." It didn't listen. It did show me sexy. Man, that thing is sexy as it is. Hell, I love that bike.
Right?
So sexy.
You enjoying it?
Yeah, and again, so as Band-Aid Biker just said, because I'm a trusted YouTube partner and they're making money off of me, they're putting commercials even in my lives now. So if you're watching this live and you have to sit through a commercial, I'm sorry, but it's just a sign that I've finally made it to where I want to be. So
Be happy. Be happy for Rainey.
yeah, be happy for me, man. This is a chance in a lifetime. So
And if you're not happy, just bill them for your time watching the commercials.
yeah, if you're not happy with watching commercials, tell me. I'll send you a sticker. Actually, Tom just take some stickers out of the next order when Becca sends them. Just take some stickers out. Keep them back.
Yeah, you just pay shipping and he'll send you a sticker. It might not
Just
even
pay shipping.
be
I'll send you some stickers. No, I mean, dude, I love this so much. I send out stickers for free. If somebody gives me their address, I send out stickers. Because I just love it. I love doing this.
That's so cool.
I had some people. So I went to when I went to the doctor yesterday when they took my blood. I was talking to the phlebotomist and the nurse, and they both subscribed right there. I'm like, this is so nice. I love this. It's like everybody wants to just to see something cool and say, oh, I know that person. That's really cool. So it's neat. I love it. It's a good time.
Well, it's genuine, and this is a break for. So, we might all be here because we are fans and writers, and in this, but it's cool because a lot of people don't, and it's very different, and it's just. I think it's refreshing for them to see a community like this.
I think it's yeah. And there's more to that. I'm going to add on to it. It's that you're genuine.
Yeah.
You're genuine.
I am. I'm.
You're,
Well, like,
you're
I'm
not
kind of.
trying to be somebody you're not.
Yeah.
You're not acting out a part. You're just being you.
I'm really. I'm
You're
this
not
stupid
trying
in
to
real
be a
life.
dick.
Yeah.
You're not
I'm
trying
actually.
to be a dick.
I'm actually this stupid in real life. Yeah. Dinah
what
says. Dinah says it just showed a Zaxby's commercial. It's cool that. So it's not Zaxby's itself. So the way they pick these commercials is these advertising agencies will like flash look through your videos and see who's what, and they'll look at like all your demographics and your curves, and they'll decide who they think is watching your video and they'll advertise. So whoever is doing Zaxby's, and one of them was a BMW commercial that had a Honda motorcycle commercial. Some of the stuff is really cool that advertises on my stuff, and I don't get to see it. I have to actually go in under my other profile to see it because I can't see it through mine. Because once you're a trusted YouTuber, you don't have to watch commercials anymore. So I have to go in and watch, not logged in to see the commercials. But it's pretty neat. I mean, it's a cool feeling. It's kind of neat.
Well, you definitely worked hard for this, so kudos.
I've worked a very long time for this. I was talking the other day about the people that I talked to, and they're like, this one girl has 10,000 subscribers, and I'm interviewing her Tuesday. And she's like, yeah, I'm not real good at this electronic stuff. I'm not really good at this editing and stuff. I'm like, but you've got 10,000 subscribers. And it just kind of dawned on me. I don't say this in any negative way, but women have it just basically. You just gotta get on the video. You just gotta have the video, and everybody watches it, and you get subscribers because they're just hoping, just maybe, this chick will do a nude video. That's all it is. They just wait for it. And I've even,
as a chick, like we think about it though. Like we're not. Well, I should say, I think I've seen a few people on there who are just on it because they think people are going to see them naked. However, like I would have to seriously prepare and think about it and content edit and do all of that. Then I would be nervous.
well, I remember Jess talking about when she said she had a ton of subscribers. And after about a year, when people realized she wasn't going to take her clothes off, her subscriptions went down. But then they came back up. So I think you have to burn through that layer of fat to kind of, and again, she got to start with a pretty high number in the beginning. But you look at somebody like Meg on a motorcycle, or Motorcycle Meg, whatever the fuck her name is, started just showing her ass everywhere. Had a ton of subscribers, and all of a sudden they all just disappeared because they're like, okay, she really was showing her ass a lot. But you can only show your ass so many times till people go, okay, I've seen this ass before. Show me something else. Oh, you can't do anything else? Okay, nice knowing you.
I'm not here for that.
Yeah, it just burns people off. But there's this one chick, and she's an older chick. She works in the garage on a motorcycle with no bra on, with like this sleeveless shirts with her boobs hanging out the sides and stuff, and she's got to be like at least my age. And at first she had like a ton of subscribers, and then they all realized that I'm seeing the same saggy boobs hanging out the side of this shirt over and over and over again, and then her thing dropped off. And it's funny to watch this. I get to watch these commentaries on this stuff, and there's the YouTube universe and this training stuff they have. They talk about these people in there, and it's so funny to watch. Because YouTube knows it's going on, and they're like, it'll play itself out. And then they started passing all the new rules, and when they started passing all the new rules, they demonetized a lot of this stuff, and then they quit altogether. But you still get the ones that are trying to push the envelope without going over the YouTube terms of service. But it's real easy just to get your channel yanked, and I see these people all the time complaining about their channels getting yanked and getting demonetized. I was like, you didn't see it coming. Everybody else did. You really didn't see it coming. And then they get angry, and then they go like, okay. And we all know a few people that know their channel is going to be demonetized, so they push real heavy on their product. And so they sell a lot of T-shirts. They sell a lot of hats and pins and stickers and all kinds of other crazy stuff because they know their videos are getting demonetized, but they use it as a commercial to push all their other stuff.
Ah.
I wish somebody would buy my merch. I might sell one a month. It's freaking insane. And I worked hard on those too.
Maybe you should hold a class on how to.
Anybody's being a real one tends to last. A good example would be Red Rider. She's lasted through because she knows what she's doing, and she's funny. I mean,
she's very funny.
Not a lot of people have a crow as a pet, so But yeah, the real ones last. If you're one of the real ones, you're gonna last.
Yeah. Exactly.
Ghost says nobody wants to see me do that kind of video. I don't even want to see that. That's what she said.
I would.
It's funny, and a lot of it, I don't realize it a lot of times. That there was a girl I was following on Instagram. I thought her stuff was really, really funny, and I was going to try to see if she had a YouTube page. And when I opened up her Linktree thing, she's also a porn star, and I'm like, well, because she does really funny content on Instagram. And it's weird that a lot of these girls have it. They have such a good channel, good content and stuff. But do you really? I guess they do. I guess they make a lot more. They use that as a commercial to get people to go to their OnlyFans and to their porn star and whatever. But anyway, it's like, well, once I learned she had a porn star page, I'm like, I really don't. Now I'm kind of uncomfortable watching all her other stuff because when I think she's just playing around and trying to be sexy, funny, sexy on her channel on her Instagram. Okay, she's just advertising. So then it just gets weird. Now it's just weird. Well, you're looking at somebody who... I literally have 3 daughters that are older than some of these girls on there. So it's a little weird. Just a little.
Heck yeah. I can't even figure out. So, I mean, and that's just me. And I have not watched the YouTube on it. No, I have watched the YouTube. I still can't figure out. I can't pair my comm system to my GoPro to be able to talk while I'm writing while it's recording.
Well, I found out the hard way by Street Glide. I can't pair my Street Glide to my setup or to my Cardo. I have to buy a Bluetooth adapter for the Street Glide to make it adapt to my Cardo.
Yeah, they'll change that. The newer models you can, but you can just pair your phone and then have your Cardo go to your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then as soon as I plug the cable in to where I can see my maps up on the screen, as soon as I plug the phone in, I lose my audio because everything now is running to the bike. So now I use the maps on the motorcycle, and that's just what I use. And if I need to use a map that I don't have, I'll just put my phone on the handlebars and run the map on that.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. There's a workaround for everything, right?
Well, this other company, this Laupa or whatever, the one that I put the screen on the Sportster, they want to send me another screen. They want me to do another commercial. So I may just put that on just the Street Glide. Try to figure out a way, since that whole dash is so much bigger, I may be able to just put that on there and hide it a little better and just have 2 screens on the Street Glide.
Huh. I suppose.
Or a backup camera. I'm not sure which one they're sending me yet.
Because
I'm a sellout again.
hard.
It is so hard.
Well, let's say it's a backup camera, but it's a 2-way camera, so it's almost like using a 360. I can record on it and I can get footage on it. So I'm thinking I'll record on it, and then I'll have footage for the videos, looking backwards.
Here's where I've been.
I'll probably put the backup camera like up where my 360 is, where it's kind of shining back by my leg. It'll capture everything there. So
There you go.
I have an infrared camera. I have my body cam from when I was a cop, and it records in infrared. And I've put it on a couple of videos, like when I was working at the brewery, I'd come home at night, like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and there were coyotes everywhere and deer everywhere. And so I used it a couple times to record those. So cameras are pretty cool. I mean, you just got to be really kind of inventive on how you use them. So even though it's a backup camera, I can use it for something else.
That's true. That's true.
And you can always use it as a crash cam. So
Crash camera.
you never do this as Memphis, man. You got to be ready.
Yeah.
Christian Biker, welcome in. All right, so those of you just chiming in, we're talking about our favorite aliens from movies or in real life. If you've met a real alien in real life, you can talk about him below. Anybody met Obama? I'm just kidding. Anyway.
Just according to his college ID.
Just cutting up.
Oh, you guys.
Yeah, so the newest thing now, so Chase and Ghost saying, trying to get a real job after having those images easily searchable by employers. That's a new thing, and so a guy from my company got fired for stuff he put on Facebook, and he was trying to say, oh, they can't look at my Facebook or whatever. Look around, look in the last year what people have been fired for that they've been putting on their Facebook. So if they can find something online, and look at all these teachers that, they find out that, a lot of these teachers are lose their jobs because they're on OnlyFans. And it's like, and then they come back and they're like, oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so, you're not sorry. You're sorry you got caught. Yeah, sorry you got caught. Nothing against any of them, but, these are the consequences of the decisions you make. Sometimes there's no consequences because you can live with them, and sometimes there's consequences because you've made decisions that you can't live with. Just make sure if you make a decision, you can live with it. That's all I'm saying.
Well, that was something that happens every 2 years now. Is you're going through your renewal on your background check. They'll flat out ask you, do you have any social media? Write it down. It goes on your SF-85, and they look at everything. so yeah, it's a big deal now.
I can hear you chewing.
I know.
I'm sorry.
She's hiding from chewing. She leans off and
I'm trying really hard to not be rude.
Yeah, but it's cute. It's okay.
Well, you know what it sounds like.
Grab anything I make.
Corn checks. That's what it sounds like.
You guys are horrible.
I didn't say anything.
He is, not you.
Obviously, it's a salad.
You don't know which one I was pointing at, so anyways. It was you.
Where did you get the salad?
Don't worry about it.
Freshly tossed.
Tossed salad and eggs.
He's been down to the pony.
Oh, yeah.
The unicorn now.
I've got to figure out a way to get, so I'm supposed to say, oh, actually one of these is yours, Doug, and you're not going, so I guess it doesn't matter. But, so I've got this duck and I've got a bell. So Colleen wanted the duck and Doug was going to get the bell. But if Doug's not going, I was going to send it to Doug, but Doug's not going.
Well, you're not going.
Well, I was just going to send it to somebody else since I'm not going, but.
It's going to be like the turn signals. Okay.
Oh. Yeah, you never told me where to send those.
His eyes, did you see him get like really big?
I had to think back, and I was like, oh, yeah.
Oh, that's right.
We never heard another thing about it. It was like,
Oh, jeez.
I don't think he was really into the turn signals.
Well, for bells, the secret to bells is go to the Harley dealership. Go to the dealership, and whoever intakes their trade-ins, they've usually got a whole drawer full of them that come off of bikes. And usually, like, hey, can you give me a bell? Yeah, sure.
They don't cut the bells off here. If there's one, they leave the bells on.
Really?
It's bad luck to cut a bell off.
Oh, there's a lot of them get cut off.
That's why people wreck their
I wonder
bikes.
what the theory is on that. If you cut a bell off and then you give it to someone else.
Well, the bell itself catches all the bad luck. If you cut the bell
Right.
off,
Catches
you
the
release
gremlins.
you release the gremlins if you cut the bell off.
Yep.
But the bell has to be given to you by someone, so you can't just like go take a bell. It's got to be given to you by somebody. So I don't think a bell that you pick out for yourself does any actual good.
No, you pick it up and you give it to someone else. Why would you put that bad luck on your own bike?
Yeah.
You gotta give that away.
Well,
You could get your own and put it on yourself, but it's twice as
No, you
twice as
can't.
good if someone else gives it to you that actually cares about it.
what was it? What was that movie? Don't put that voodoo on me. Was it Waterboy or was it Major League?
Oh yeah, Major League.
Major League.
Yeah.
Don't put that voodoo on me.
Yeah.
Too funny. The Cuban guy. Oh, that shit was funny.
That's what's on my stickers, a voodoo doll. So it's a little doll. He's got scars and all kinds of stuff going on, and every one of those little markings on that little doll is something that's happened to me.
Aww,
So yeah, it was a friend of mine that actually did the art on that.
that's awesome. It's a no bad juju doll.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, you got this. Oh, look, why is his mouth stitched closed? Oh, because he won't talk. You know. So yeah, we've got to add some scars to it now. But yeah, you know, it's a little outdated. But yeah, for sure.
I like it. Heck yeah.
Joe Bobo. Joe Bobo was his who he prayed to. Joe Bobo.
Right.
Yeah.
They had to. He wanted a chicken, and they showed up with like KFC.
KFC. Yeah.
The whole thing, KFC.
Oh,
I quote that movie a lot. I actually quoted it not too long ago. I can't remember what the hell was happening, but I was like, yeah, it's like the old man on Major League. I'm too old to go diving into showers, into lockers. Oh, I was at the doctor. Another time I was at the doctor.
Bat. That's what it was. It was all about Joe Boo's bat. Yeah, for sure.
dang it. We're going to have to watch a movie, so I know what you guys are talking about.
That's a good movie. Takes a while. It had Charlie Sheen in it, which I love Charlie Sheen. I don't know, he's gotten weird in the last 10 years, but I still love Charlie Sheen. He was in such good movies.
Charlie Sheen's one of those that the last 3 years he's on his comeback.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, he's trying.
You know, I don't know that he's trying. He's succeeding.
He's having a Robert Downey
He's
Jr.
doing
moment.
really well. So
Yeah.
yeah, for a while there he was getting kind of.
A good comeback, huh?
He was getting kind of dumb, but yeah.
I think.
Yeah, he's,
Well, I think what happened, a lot of, like you were talking about earlier, a lot of these stars get insincere. They want their clickbait moment. They want their flash moment again, and they do stupid shit to get themselves back into the spotlight. And it doesn't work a lot of times like they think it's gonna. Like this, was it this singer that used to be in another band? Oh, the chick from Paramore.
yeah.
Forgot about that chick. Completely forgot about that chick. I was like, who's that chick? And it took me a while. I kept seeing these news clips about her talking about somebody. But it was like she was being like really like anti-Trump, anti-Charlie Kirk, anti-this, anti-that. And I was like, who is this chick? It's like, oh, she's trying to get herself back in the spotlight. Okay. And it did not work like she thought it was. Same thing with like this country star that decided all of a sudden that he wants to be anti-Trump and pro-Palestine and shit. It's like, dude, you're a country star. You can't be. Go ask the Disney chicks.
Venue to do that.
Yeah, ask the Disney chick. Go ask Tim McGraw how that shit works. That sucker, when he came out as a freaking liberal and anti-gun and shit, they're like, Tim McGraw, who? Instantly down the tubes. So yeah, you want to stay. Remember where you come from. Remember who got you to the dance. Remember who brought you to the dance. These liberals did not bring a country star to stardom. And he got to the big joke, obviously, Faith Hill. I'll never forget where I came from. I'm still the little girl from Star, Mississippi. No, you're not. You're a fucking liberal now. You're definitely not the same girl that you were when you came on the country scene. When they started doing movies, it just went downhill. because they got their taste of country start or their Hollywood stardom, and their taste of Hollywood parties and liberal parties, and I think they forgot where they came from.
It's
Mhm.
yeah,
And
it's who they surrounded themselves with,
Yeah.
and that's who they became.
Yep. Yeah, buddy.
So,
I think that would be
Yeah,
easy
it-
when you're living that lifestyle.
it's one thing if that's genuinely, and you got to respect a little bit. If that's genuinely who they are, then they should have started that way and stayed that way.
Yeah.
Their base isn't going to go out from under them.
No, you're going to lose your base again. It's like if they would have started that way and they would have, just like YouTube, and I say this all the time. If you start and you stay who you are, you'll build your base. Once you build your base, that is your base. So build your base on what you really are. Because if you're not that, when you get big and you change your base, hey, this is who I really am now, the people that built you are going to go, well, fuck you. And the people who weren't around when you got built are going to go, I don't know who the hell you are. Fuck you twice. And then you'll have nobody. And that's where a lot of these people end up. The Dixie Chicks. Yeah, country turned their back on them. They decided they're going to be pop. And, pop radio was like, we don't know who the fuck you are. You're not singing on this station. They had a couple of pop shows, but they never got big. They never recovered from that. And instead of coming back and saying, you know what, we're sorry, we were just trying to be funny, we were trying to fit in, it was stupid, they doubled down on it and let Natalie Baines run her mouth again, and it got even worse. And they thought, we'll write a song called they wrote a song called Not Ready to Make Nice. And they put it on the Shut Up and Sing album. That album probably sold 2% of what the album before it sold. And they're surprised. Oh, we're such good songwriters. You are, but you fucked up.
Yeah.
It don't matter how good you are at something. If you piss off all the right people, it doesn't matter.
Well, that's what's going on politically right now too. Is you've got a bunch of people that said they would never shut down the government. Don't ever do that. It's bad. And now all of a sudden they're doing it. And it's just like, you literally spent years saying this would be a mistake, and now you're doing it. So you're going against what you said.
But it's principle, Doug. It's principle.
And that's why they're not doing it.
Doug, Orange Man. Orange Man, Doug. Orange Man, bad. So it's
okay. Yeah, I was like, what are you talking about? He's not orange anymore.
He was. It's such a crazy thing.
The one thing that stuck around with him is he's genuine, and
he's the same person. He's always the same person.
Genuine. That's it.
Did you hear him drop the F-bomb today? That was so funny.
No, really?
Yeah.
Did he?
They were asking him about, was it Colombia or Venezuela? It's like, the Maduro of Venezuela is really trying to get on your good side and blah, blah, blah. And he's sending you all these peace tokens. And he says, yeah, because he knows not to fuck with us. He said that on live TV. He goes, he doesn't want to fuck with America.
I've got some disagreements with that. I mean, it's one thing, and he explained it away, and I thought, you know what, he's right, because they were talking about catching the smugglers coming up. Okay, yeah, and he said that wasn't working. So what's working is what we're doing now.
Yep.
Yeah, it is. I don't like it. I don't think it's roll a whole boat full of guys up, but it's working.
He said, they got cigarette boats. The cigarette boats can outrun our Coast Guard cutters, but they can't outrun missiles.
Those Apaches haul ass.
They can't outrun missiles.
They do. I happen to know somebody that has a history there with those boats. So, and he's out now. So yeah, but I don't agree with him blowing them up. But then again, it's what's working. So,
you got what? Yeah, I mean, you can only deal with so much.
Reward.
I mean, we used to sink them all the time. We'd run them down with 5-inch pack fire. But I promise you, all I can think about is how stoned those fish are now. There's a lot of damn narcotics.
It's not going to be cocaine bear. It's going to be cocaine shark.
Cocaine shark. No, it's what is it? Fentanyl shark.
Yeah, fentanyl shark. What's he going to do? Just start doing like exercises?
Fentanyl flathead.
Someone's going to catch that. They're gonna catch it. They're gonna process it. Like some kid's gonna eat it and get higher than a kite, and they're gonna wonder how did this happen? You know?
Fentanyl flounder.
The new movie, Calisthenic Shark.
Mama Shark. What was it? What was that? Daddy Shark or? Oh, Baby Shark. There we
Baby
go.
Shark.
You guys,
Yeah.
you guys that are watching commercials, let me know what the commercials are. Oh, Doug, I've made it. Dana says they just played a Harbor Freight commercial.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Rock, rock. Timmy Toolman style. Rock, rock, rock. Good
Hell
job.
yeah.
It's all about being a
Yeah.
real.
Hell yeah.
A Binford 9000.
And you've got the toolbox. So
I do
you
have
know
the tool.
what?
I do have to, dude. Harbor Freight is half of my freaking toolbox, half my garage, some of my kitchen,
Yup.
some of my kitchen.
Best place to buy an air compressor. So yeah. Yep. Hell, I was just there
Yeah.
last week without any funding, spending my own money for work. But yeah.
Yeah, if your kitchen cabinets are diamond plated tool chests.
Dude, they work, hell.
Hell yeah, they do.
Don't knock it till you rock it.
Just picked up a 1500 watt inverter there that I needed. So, and it's working great. Harbor Freight, man, that's the way to go. Save like $200 on it.
I'm about to kick this fan on in here.
You
My
can
Harbor
get a
Freight
nice
fan.
bike lift from there too.
I got a I got a bike chalk from there. And
Got my
that's,
truck, got a lift, got all of that from there.
I need to get rid of the Kawasaki and the Power Wheels where I can put a bike lift in the garage. I'm gonna make some room. I gotta throw some shit away by Tuesday where Gma can get her bike into my garage. Anybody want to buy a Power Wheel?
Yeah, that's something everybody needs.
Everybody needs a Power Wheel. The Kawasaki I've got to do something with. I've got to either decide to just sell it the way it is, put new tires on it, put the skins back on it, and sell it that way, or I'll most likely start parting it out. I'll probably take everything I bought, part it back out, and sell it on eBay. I keep getting people wanting to buy the tire. I have a 120/70, and people keep asking me, anybody have a 120/70? Yeah, I do. You want it? Oh, how much? Well, it cost me 120. I'll give it to you for 100. Oh, that's too much. It's brand fucking new. Good luck getting it from somebody else. It literally still has a sticker on it, and the back tire is still in a box. Actually, they're both still in a box. But it's like, you don't want it. People are nuts.
Next.
Anyway,
Someone will buy it.
Anyway.
Micah girl, what's your plan for the weekend?
My plan for the weekend is I actually have a proposal I'm mulling over, and I have a lot on my table. I have to make my little checks and balances list, my budget, and see how the next year is going to play out for me. And I'm getting a load of wood, 1 quart of oak in my drone for the wintertime.
That's what she said. Getting a load of wood.
Oh my God.
Hardwood.
It's-
Some oak.
It's very hardwood. No, the Madrone has higher BTUs and produces less ash.
Nice.
Okay.
I don't know how that came out sounding dirty. It's not.
You know what?
Well, I was just thinking.
What?
I saw this.
Keeps you warm.
I saw this funny thing today. This guy's talking about. Says, everybody keeps talking about lizard men, and there's lizard men in America. There's no such thing as lizard men. I mean, think about it. If there were lizard people, they would constantly have to moisturize their skin, and they would have to
Yeah.
top shelf skin creams, and they'd have to constantly, hygiene themselves and.
Next commercial.
And then, and then they'd have to have nails, right? They'd have to constantly do their nails and keep their nails sharp because they want to go show their nails to their lizard friends, right? So they constantly go into nail salons and. Anyway, and then so they're cold-blooded, right? So they'd constantly be cold, right? So if you knew a lizard person, they'd constantly be cold, and like when they're in bed, they constantly steal the sheets.
No, they eat a big meal and then
Oh,
they go.
and then they're always
stop.
like
And then-
snacking, right? And then they're always hungry. But like when they're in bed, yeah. So like when they're in bed, they'd be like, "Oh, I'm so cold," and they like snuggle up to whoever they were in bed with to warm up because maybe there are lizard women.
Anyways,
What would they eat?
Brains,
Yeah.
whatever they want.
bugs, ice cream,
Whatever they want.
Scream.
ice cream.
What are you doing for the weekend?
So I have a friend that I haven't seen in almost 10 years, and her wife will be going to a poker tournament that's like 3 hours south of me. So I'm going to ride down there tomorrow if I don't get flooded out, because big surprise, it'll probably rain tomorrow. So I will probably go down there and spend the day with her because their tournament is 8 o'clock tomorrow night. So I will probably take a 3-hour drive down there, make a video while I'm there, run around through this casino that they're staying in, and then come home and make a video.
Where's that at?
It is in
That's
Philadelphia,
awesome.
Mississippi.
Mississippi. Okay.
Mississippi's an awesome
Good.
place with awesome stuff.
I've never heard that before.
Really?
I've never heard anybody say, you know where
I
we should
was
go on vacation, where they have awesome things.
I don't know if you were still in, but when that movie Academy came out about the Naval Academy, we were prohibited from watching it. And of course, we had to all go watch it. And they said if somebody asks you about it, say you have no comment.
Mhm.
Because it's about all this hazing and stuff going on in the Naval Academy. And there's a lot of tailhook references and stuff. But this guy keeps saying, he keeps getting in trouble, and he keeps telling this one guy, well, you're my Mississippi. And toward the end of the movie, the guy's like, I'm not from Mississippi. Why do you keep saying that? And he says, well, all the southern states, back after the Civil War, they're all running down all these Confederate states, and all these other states were like, hey, at least we're not Mississippi. We're not as bad as Mississippi. He's like, you're my Mississippi. You're just around to make me look good.
Oh no.
I will say this, the reputation that Mississippi has, the one place where you shouldn't act up is Mississippi.
I tell you what,
know?
this
'Cause
is,
you don't got to worry about the cops. You just got to worry about the neighborhood.
Dude,
They're going to come
Oh my
down.
god.
dude, I tell you what, it's pretty. My neighbor, about probably 10 years ago, we lived a couple streets over. We lived in a subdivision, and Memphis is right across, literally like a mile from us. And these dudes would come down, do break-ins, do knock-ins, and steal shit out of garages and houses, and then haul ass and leave. So all along my street, all the old guys were all retired and shit. They were staying awake. Well, so they tried to kick in some dude's door. As soon as he did, the dude flipped the lights on and started screaming. All these dudes ran out of their garages and piled on this dude, like beat him to like nearly to death in the middle of the street, and held him for the cops. So after that, a bunch of people started getting door cams and stuff, and they were starting to get garage cams and stuff. And like the night the dude tried to steal my neighbor's Charger, the cops were literally here in like 20 seconds. The gunshots went off. You heard the dudes burning. It's funny. So we're laying in bed. My wife wakes me up. I think I hear gunshots. And I'm like, what? I don't hear any gunshots. And all of a sudden you heard pop, 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 pop. Like, what the hell? So I run to the window, open my window, and I see my neighbor out in the middle of the street, out there with his 45. He's out in his boxers and nothing else, shooting at this car. And I see his car up on the median stuck. The dude's trying to spin the tires. So the dude had some kind of lockup system on this car. Basically, when he tried to steal it, the front brakes locked up on this car and left it laying in the street. And so you can see the dude jump out of the car and take off running. He's still in there in his boxers just wailing away. So anyway, I started blasting, that kind of thing. So I put some clothes on, look outside. By the time I get outside, dude's sitting on the sidewalk in his boxers still. And the cop comes up, is like, so you think you got any of them? He's like, I don't know. And he goes, go put some clothes on. We'll be here. So then all the cops are coming around wanting to see if anybody had anything on their ring cam or whatever. I go back to work the next day, and I'm like, yeah, sorry, man, I was awake all night. I came in late. He said, I told him what happened. He goes, So what would happen if the guy actually would have killed one of them? I was like, I don't know. Cops probably would have told him, "Good job. This is Mississippi." We moved into this house before we had the camera. They broke into our old Mazda, and all they got out of it, it had a leather owner's manual in it, in a leather pouch. So they must have thought that was a gun because they pulled the doors open, grabbed that, and took off. So when the sheriff came out, he says, "You know, if somebody's in your driveway, you can shoot them, right?" I was like, "Well, I didn't know they were here, or I would have." But yeah, they don't play here. Now my neighbor sits in his easy chair. He's got his old service revolver right by his chair. Mississippi is not a place you want to mess around in. Period.
No. I had an eerily similar story when my husband was stationed at Fort Gordon in Georgia. And we heard this like pop pop and like idiots. We ran over to the window and, looked out, to see what's going on, to find him outside in nothing but his briefs and his 45. And he's like, "Get out here." We're like, no, fresh from Wisconsin, hell no. He's like, "Get out here." And he had a gun. So we went. And we had bought a house without really going and visiting the neighborhood. And we were one of the fewer white families in the neighborhood. But he was really nice to us anyways. He just like understood that we were military and just could have cared less, what color. Anyways, he came out and he's like, "Yeah, I caught some dudes trying to steal your car in the driveway, and I popped a couple rounds at him." And he goes, "I'm still laughing my ass off because they jumped in your backyard, but your dog was inside. So they jumped the fence into the neighbor's backyard, and their Rottweiler was out. So that Rottweiler apparently tore the legs off. He jumped into the next. Everybody had Rottweilers. We did too. He's living on the south side of Augusta, Georgia." But yeah, he's like, "Come over here." We're like, no way. Huge man in tidy whities, no way.
Sounds like your kind of thing. Huh? Why didn't you go out?
Well, we did, but
Of course you
a
did.
little while.
What kind of car were they driving? I don't know, but there was a lot of holes in the back of it.
He was trying to steal our car. It was this old '66 Mustang. It probably wasn't worth a thing. Of course we bought it, But he's like, "Yeah, I shot at him. I don't think I hit him." Oh my God.
Wow.
Cool.
Rotties are good for that. Rotties are pretty good for keeping security around. I had one when I lived in Somerton, Arizona. We had horses and stuff. We were so close to the border. Literally, you could look west, see the border fence, look south, see the border fence. That's how far south. And there was a lot of things a lot of people had stolen cars and stuff. And my Roddy was on one of those perimeter collars that would shock him it would beep and then it would shock him. But he wouldn't like associate the shock with the collar. He would associate the shock with, "Oh, that guy that I'm growling at is doing this to me," and so he'd run. Like, yeah, it was interesting. We had a couple of occasions happen. Nobody ever stole anything, but a couple of occasions happened. We had a guy in the driveway looking in the Mustang, and obviously it was illegal. He's looking in the Mustang, and he was like, "Oh." The dumb thing was, if he would have gone to the truck, the keys were in it. Like he could have just turned the key and took off with the truck, and but he was looking in the Mustang. He wanted that car, and the dog was in the house. And I was like, "What the heck?" Dog's growling. I thought there was a skunk outside again. I was like, "Okay, I'm going to go take care of this skunk. He's going to stink up the house again." And no, because all that odor just blows in the house. And so I step out with 357, and there's a guy looking in the car, and I'm like, "Well, I'm committed now." Now I'm outside with this guy. And, he did the whole Lo Siento thing, on the way down the driveway, and then he took off running. And I was like, looked down, the dog's looking at me like, "Why didn't you do something?" And I'm like, "Oh." So I got on the phone, and I called the neighbor up the road. "Hey, man, hey, Steve, this guy's running towards your house. I think he's, stealing. You're looking for a car to steal." And he goes, "Oh," and he goes, "Oh, there he goes. He's still running." He's like a half mile away. He goes, "He's still running." And I said, "Oh, okay." He's headed towards town.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Rotties are good. That one that I had guarded my horses. We had coyote issues too, so not the human. And he took care of them pretty quickly. So yeah, definitely good Good dogs.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Agree to agree.
Probably should have named it a different name instead of Babe, but
Names can be deceiving.
go there, Babe, and then I'll, everybody, huh? Was he talking to me?
Oh my God, right?
Babe was awesome. She's a good dog. Oh, geez.
I love it.
All right, we have bled this. Sorry, everybody, we didn't get the usual suspects in tonight, but we had a pretty good show tonight, I think.
I think so.
So, Biker Girl, final thoughts?
What you name your dog really doesn't matter, but it's hilarious. So I love that. I've heard a few really good names over the years. Who was the FedEx guy whose dog was named Woman, and it came with that name, but he went outside and he yelled, "Woman, get back over here!" And he said his neighbor just about came over and killed him. Final thoughts. Get out, take the bike, buy the bike, take the course, make the memories. Have a good weekend.
Sounds good. Doug.
Well, a little subdued today, I guess. Pippi got put down. She's a dog. She got put down today.
I'm so sorry, hon.
She was awesome. Be genuine. It works. It's definitely working for him. Or him. So,
That guy.
yeah, I don't know. Reverse cameras. But yeah, it's definitely working for him, and it works for longevity. So be genuine, and as he always says, be kind.
Be kind. I have nothing to say after that. Just be kind, buy the bike, don't be afraid of the rain. Sometimes your best rides are going to be on the roads that you think are the most challenging. But don't let that stop you. Flash Gordon says, what happened to the UFO topic? It was clickbait. Sorry. We did talk about UFOs for a while. I mean, it works when it wants to work. Yeah. Talk to people. Don't be a stranger. Talk to your neighbors. Be the person that everybody wants to talk to when things get bad. Be there for people.
Don't be afraid of the salad bar.
Don't be afraid of getting your salad tossed. Especially if you can get it for free. All right. Tuesday night, I am going to be interviewing Moto Dasha on the channel. So it's going to be a little earlier because she's East Coast. I got a little earlier because she's a working class girl. So it'll be at 6 Central. You can catch another rerun if it's too early for you. 7 Eastern. So like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. Let's listen to old number 6 as we exit. Thanks for coming in, everybody. And I hope to see you on the next one. Squirrel. If you know a good topic for next Friday's live, put it down in the comments or direct mail us one or the other, either of us 3, or Gma. We'll all be here. I'll be in Birmingham next weekend, so we're probably doing next weekends from Birmingham in a hotel with Gma. So I will see you guys there. Peace, love, and Donny Osmond. I will see you next time.